What's going on? This is Asher Roth, and you're officially checking out Thisis50.com.
That party last night was awfully crazy. I wish we taped it. I danced my ass off and had this one girl completely naked. Drink my beer, smoke my weed, but my good friend is all I need. Pass out at 3, wake up at 10, go out to eat, then do it again.
Asher Roth is very much, a fun-loving, light-hearted, hip-hop artist in a sense, but the hip-hop music is more or less, who I am. It's not really what I do, so as long as we can kind of get past the point, that I'm a corny white kid sometimes, and for the most part all the time, I think we'll be good and just putting out some good music and being myself, and just I'm here to have fun, man, and enjoy this one life that I have. Asleep in the bread aisle, essentially, it comes to a point when you enter the music business, a lot of people are trying to tell you what to do. There's society demands, there's industry demands, there's demands all over the place. And for me, it was super important to just be like, what do I want? What am I trying to accomplish? And Asleep in the Bread Aisle is very much that. It's being aware, but you're not paying attention to those demands.
What's a rapper look like? Is he tan? Is he black, white? Is he blacked out high on the crack pipe? I'm on a cast that'll ride on a half pipe. Oh, play close.
Let me keep this copy, man.
I can't do that. I can't do that.
I'm not gonna bite it.
Originally it was supposed to drop a little bit earlier, and then things started to move back, and I was like, yo, we have to drop this album on 420. Turns out 420 was a Monday, but we talked to the powers that be, and everything ended up working out. But yeah, 420 is very much a holiday for me, and more than just my album dropping. I'm very much a botanist and into my plants. So hopefully you get one of the first 5,000 copies, because you can actually smoke the CD. It's going to be wrapped in cellulose. But if you don't have something rolled up, you should smoke right before you go get the CD, so everybody in Best Buy or Target or wherever you are knows that you're high. So they smell it on you. Purchase the CD. Go to your car and bump it in your car, which is very important. I mean, there's obviously millions of different ways to listen to records, but I think if people roll up a J and bump this in the whip for the first time hearing it, sonically it's the best way to hear it right off the bat.
I'm here to let y'all know it's the future right there, holding it down. Philly, the whole PA. You heard it from Beanie Siegel, the real king of Philly. This is the future right here.
Communication is of the utmost important. Communication is key, and keys open doors. You have to be clear cut. You have to have a vision, and you have to communicate that vision with people, and how important a team is. If you don't have a good team around you, you really have nothing. This is not a do-it-yourself sport by any means. You really need a strong group of people behind you. That I'm a frat boy and that I'm Jewish. Those are two things. I was never in a frat and I'm not Jewish. So those are probably the misconceptions right off the bat, but it's all good. It's going to be a lot of touring, a lot of live music. When I linked up with Q-Tip from Tribe Called Quest, he told me how important it was for them to tour. It wasn't about radio, it wasn't about that. They went out and connected with their fans, and that's really what I'm trying to do, is connect with my fans and give them a real opportunity to connect with me, rather than just basing it off what they hear on the radio and what they download. I want to go out and really, kind of spend some time with my fans. So touring and traveling the world and seeing what's going on outside of Morrisville, Pennsylvania is going to be very important to me.
The masses think that Asher wants to be a Marshall Mathers. They say Asher's not a rapper, nah, his ass is just an actor. Cause we have the same complexion and similar voice inflection. It's easy to see the pieces and to reach for that connection.
It's really hard for me to comment on somebody who, I don't know personally or anything like that. So for me, it's I want that same respect. I want the same respect in a sense of people shouldn't comment on somebody that they don't know anything about. So there's a lot of speculation on who I am as a person, and a lot of preconceived notions on, oh, he's just a wanna do this and that. And they're basing that based off of, one interview or I Love College. And there's just so much more going on. So I think really what it comes down to is if I can stick around for a little bit and hang out and people start to really get to know what I'm about, it's really going to separate day and night. And not to mention my music is really based off of lightheartedness and fun. It's very warm, it's inviting. And the music that I've heard from Eminem, you know, it's very much on the darker side of things. And I think, you know, we come from two different worlds, so I think it's just a matter of time. As time goes by, you know, people are really going to kind of understand who I am, and that's how I'm going to differentiate myself as an artist. It's the emergence of something very fresh and new and something different to listen to. Hopefully it provokes thought and allows people to start having conversations and talking about things that normally they wouldn't. We're going to start to delve into, you know, politics and racial issues and racial barriers that hopefully we can start to break down and get rid of those things, so we can start talking about things that are much more important and start to make this world, you know, a better place, because it starts with us. It's not, you know, now that Barack Obama's in office, all problems don't go away. We really need to start on a very humanistic level, and it starts with us, the common folk, and if we can start to change our mentality about things, you know, we'll be able to move as humans. And it starts here with music. It starts here with hip-hop music, essentially, because hip-hop is very, very influential. I mean, look at me. I'm just a kid from the burbs, and I'm inspired and influenced by hip-hop. And it goes to show that it's not just in New York anymore. It's a very, very global thing.